Hello and welcome, my fearless friends. Are you ready to journey into the labyrinth of your deepest fears? Let me be your guide as we traverse the treacherous terrain of terror. If you dare, join us as we dive into today's chilling tale, Labyrinth of Shadows, the unseen pursuer in the pines. Remember, my friends, some tales are not for the faint-hearted, and this one will have your heart pounding. Don't say I didn't warn you. Our tale begins with a simple hike, a communion with nature sought by our protagonist, Jack. A seasoned explorer, Jack decided to venture into an uncharted part of the forest, where the pines stood so tall they touched the sky, their needles blocking out the sun, casting an eerie gloom below. Little did he know what lay ahead in this labyrinth of shadows. One minute, Jack was treading on a familiar path, the smell of pine and earth filling his lungs. The next, he found himself in a part of the forest he'd never seen before. The silence was deafening. All he could hear was the sound of his beating heart echoing through the dense woods. Ahead, an old house loomed, its once grand facade now a testament to decades of neglect. Its broken windows and decaying walls hinted at long-forgotten stories. In his disoriented state, Jack thought it a beacon, a way to reorient himself, so he approached. Stepping inside, the house creaked in protest under his weight, dust swirling in the slivers of sunlight piercing the gloom. He found himself in a grand hallway, its former grandeur masked by layers of grime and decay. Suddenly he felt it, a cold gust of wind, the eerie sensation of being watched. He was not alone. The silence of the forest was replaced by a distant rustling, a soft growl, and an eerie whispering that sent chills down his spine. Night began to fall. The already oppressive darkness of the forest intensified. Jack was trapped in a waking nightmare. The whispers grew louder, circling him. His heart pounded in his chest, a wild drum echoing his fear. Every shadow, every sound hinted at a lurking presence. Jack was the prey in a deadly game he didn't understand, being hunted by an unseen pursuer. As he navigated the dense forest, he could feel it behind him, always a step away, never revealing itself, its presence as oppressive as the dark pines themselves. Desperate, Jack decided to head back to the house, believing it safer than the hostile wilderness. But inside, the whispers turned to growls. The wind turned to icy gusts. The shadows came alive. He knew he had to survive the night, to outsmart this unseen pursuer. But how could he fight something he couldn't see, couldn't understand? With every minute, the tension grew. The fear threatened to swallow Jack, but he stood tall, fueled by an instinct to survive. His only weapons were his courage and his wits. The unseen terror tested him, pushed him to the brink of madness, but Jack fought back, turning the house into a fortress, waiting for dawn to break. As morning light poured into the forest, the eerie silence was replaced by bird songs. The menacing presence faded away as if it were a terrible nightmare. Exhausted but alive, Jack emerged from the labyrinth of shadows, changed forever by his nightmarish ordeal. Well, my friends, we've reached the end of our chilling tale. It's a cruel reminder of how alone we truly are in the wilderness, and that sometimes our fears are the most deadly predators. I hope you've been thoroughly spooked, because sometimes the thrill of a good scare can be just the thrill we need. So the question remains, will you be venturing into any unknown territories soon? Or perhaps our tale has convinced you to stay within the familiar boundaries. Either way, I hope our story leaves you with a healthy respect for the unseen and the unknown. Remember, darkness is not just the absence of light, but also the home of the unseen. Next time you walk into a forest, remember Jack's story. Remember the Labyrinth of Shadows, the unseen pursuer in the pines. If you enjoyed our story, don't forget to hit the like button. It helps us keep bringing you more tales from the crypts of our imagination. If you want to be part of our growing community of brave souls, don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss our next chilling adventure. Also, we love hearing from you, so feel free to drop a comment below, share your thoughts, your fears, or maybe even your own tales of spine-chilling terror. Remember, we are a community that thrives on shared fear and collective courage. And so we part ways. For now, stay safe, stay curious, and most importantly, stay fearless. Until next time, good night and sweet dreams.